Welcome to Let's Learn. Today we are going to see how to do the box shadow in HTML. For that, I opened a VS Code and I created a folder called Learn. And inside that, I am having a file named boxshadow.html. And inside it, I'm going to create a HTML document, which will be HTML5 so that I can have a basic skeleton of the HTML file. And now inside the body, I will be creating 5 divs, which can be done by 5 multiplied by 5 divs multiplied by 5. And then we have 5 divs here, and we are going to give name for each divs, which will be like a class. And I give the name box here. And I'm going to give all the divs the same name. So I'll be copying it, pasting it. And for the newer version, you can do is like you can hold Control Alt, and then if you use the down arrow or up arrow, you can kind of select all the elements which you need one after another, and then you can write the name or edit whatever you want. But in my, it's not working, so I'm gonna copy paste these guys. So we are having a class, 5 classes, and then box. We can have more than one class in any HTML document. So I'm going to use the class instead of ID. And for every class, before that, I want to create some design for this box, which can be achieved by using the style. So I'll be using the style here. Enter. And inside the style, I'm going to give the box width, which will be something like 200 pixels. And before that, what I missed here, why are you seeing white here is I didn't added it in within the class. Instead, I directly started typing it. So let's just cut this one and then say that this is going to be the setting for the box. And then inside it, I will add the width. And then once it is done, I will add the height, which will be like 200 pixels. And next thing what I will do is like I will add some margin for them that will be like 25 pixels. And I need a small simple border which will be like border, and I need of 1 pixel, and I want it to be solid, and I want it to be of the black color. So once it is done, I'm good with these guys, and let's just go and then run this one. You can use the control tilde to go to the terminal in the VS Code. Now I'm gonna run this page, which will be like start space. What is the name of my file? That is box shadow.html, and then I will give the enter. Now it's gonna open this page, and now you can see 5 divs which was created. Super nice. It is a very simple one, and we have a simple borders, and we set some margin which is of 25 pixels here, 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 all over. These sides will not be visible, of course. So we will be adding some box shadow, different box shadow, so that you can see how these things work in a different setups. But let's go back to the VS Code. And if you feel like you want these to be aligned horizontally, just go here and then say you need to make them float left. And if you do that, you can go here and then go and then refresh. You can see this way. It's up to you, whichever way you want. And next, let me just go here, and I have done the box setting. Now I want to give the borders individually for every box. To do that, I need a different class name for every div. If I make changes in any this dot box, it's going to affect all the boxes, but I don't want to happen in that way. Instead, I want it to happen separately. So I'll be creating a different class names for every box, which will be like box 1, box 2, box 3, box 4, box 5. And these are all the one I will have like 5 different class names. And now I'm going to have them in my style. So first thing will be the box 1, and I have had the setup, and then I will copy this one, and then I will change for all the other boxes so that I'm just keeping it ready. Like this one goes to 2, this one goes to 3, this one goes to 4, this one goes to 5. So I have a setup for all the 5 boxes. Let's start with the first one. Let's try to understand how um, the box shadow will work here. So box shadow works in this way. Let me just comment this one and then show you. Control slash is for the comment in VS Code. So let's just try the box shadow one, like box shadow. And we will have the horizontal offset, which will be like horizontal offset will be the first one. And then the vertical offset will be the second one. And then the blur will be the third. And then the spread will be the fourth one, and which color you prefer will be the sixth one. So we have to do based on this one. Let's start with some color here for the first one. Let's start with the box shadow. Let's go to the tab, box shadow, and do the colon. First thing I will do is let's start with the 10 pixels, which will be for the horizontal offset, and I'm not going to give anything for the vertical offset, and I will give some blur for like a 3 pixels or 5 pixels, and that is all. I'm not going to give any spread now, and I will give some black color here, and I will be making it a little bit lighter so that it will not be much darker there. Okay, so I have set these things for the first div shadow. Let's go and then see that. Can you see that it's happening in the horizontal side, right? On the right. And if you want to happen it in the left side, what you have to do is you just have to make it into negative value. And then when you go here and then when you try to refresh, it's going to happen on this. This is how you can manage whether you want it to be on the right side or else you want to be on the left side. And the next thing we can do the same, like instead of a horizontal, we can do the same with the vertical one. So that will be like, I'm gonna copy the same thing here. And the only thing I will do is this I'm gonna change, and my horizontal will be 0 in the beginning. And then now my vertical is gonna be 10. Okay. So just go and then see this one, refresh. And now I can see the vertical on the bottom. And if you want to bring that to the top, what you have to do is you have to give the negative sign. And when you do that, when you give the refresh, it's going to come on the top. Okay, so let's have these guys in this way. Let's just copy these guys, Control C, and then instead just give the Control V. Let's have a setup of 3 and then 4, and let me just change it into 5. Let me just change it into 6. Let me change it into 7 so that I will be adding 2 more in the future possibly. So I'm keeping those way. So let's have first 2 guys for the positive ones and the second 2 guys for the negative ones. So that is my idea. So I'm just removing the negative one from here. And now let me just go on and refresh. Now you can see the simple right and then bottom. And if you want to make to the top or left, how you can achieve. Now you will be able to see the difference by seeing these codes. Okay. And under the box 5, what we will do, like I need 2 more boxes. So what I will do is I will just copy these guys and enter. I will paste these guys. And I will change the name to 6 and then the 7. Okay, so that I will be like kind of ready for other things to do. Okay, so if I want everything to be together, how I can do that is I can just simply copy or else I can type for you. So box shadow. And I will say I need it to be in all the direction. Let's just have, sorry, it's 1 pix. the 1 pix, and then let's have the 1 pix, and then let's have some 8 pix of spread, and then I will have some kind of black. I will change it. I will change it soon. And comma. Now I'm gonna do, if I simply do this one, and if I go and then check, it's going to happen only in one direction, but I want it to be in the all the direction. This is like kind of thinner, it is kind of thicker, right? So I want it to be in the same spread of from all direction. That is what I'm trying to achieve here. So what we can do is we can copy these guys again, and just instead of this one, we can give the paste, and let's just have the negative ones and negative ones. Okay, and I'm gonna make it a little bit lighter colors so that we can see the difference from the border and our shadow. So now it's nice. It's happening from all the direction. That is what you can do when you want to have it from the all. And if you want to make more spread, you have to make changes in the spread as well as the number of things, numbers you need to have for the box shadow. Only thing is, like, if you are going to increase this one, let me just show you by example. So backspace 3. And when you go and then see, you are going to see this gap. The more you give, the more you are going to get the gap. And let me just increase more here so that you can see the dramatic change there. Let's just delete 8. Let's just go for 8 pix. And let's go for 8 pix here as well so that everything will be equal there. It's here, refresh. Can you see this one? This is the gap you are gonna see when you give more. So that's the reason I stopped from like a -1 or else -2. That will be the nice way to get rid of those gaps. Okay. So let's just go and then see the another one, which will be like, let me just give one, just give me 1 second. Okay, so let's go here, and then the idea what we can do next is, yeah, we will do one more thing. We will do the inset one, which will be like so only thing we may have to add, let's just go and give the /, which will be like an insert border. And now the only thing we will do is let's copy this guy and Control C and enter, Control V. So when you are gonna give the insert, it's gonna happen from the inside, that is here instead of outside. That is the meaning of the insert. And to achieve that, what we have to do is after the spread, you have to add one word that will be insert, and just go and then do the refresh. So it's going to come inside. And if you want them to be from the all the direction, what you have to do is you just have to give either 0. Where is that? Yep. So either you can give the 0, and then you can give the 0 and go here and then do the refresh. And you are going to have that from all the direction, and you can increase the spread if you want to see more from there, like 10 or 15. And if you want to have the blur as well as the spread, you can add 10 pix more, but I'm not sure that will give a nice look, but you will understand how that works. Okay, so you can play with the colors to make it very dull, or else the lighter version of that one. So you can just change it to something lighter, go here and then do the refresh. You can see that in a better way. It's up to you which color you want. And at one stage, if you want to remove the border, you can remove that. Let's just remove the border here because we kind of understand how things work here. I'm just going to comment this border so that I can have a nicer smooth look of every divs. So this is how it will work, and you can see that one. Whichever way you like, you can do that. And let's just go here and let me just add it again. It's this decision is up to you how you want your shadow to appear. And the one more thing like is if you want to have more than one color on every direction, we can achieve those things. That is by doing the different color backgrounds. So one is, let's just have the box shadow. Box shadow. I need box shadow. I need box shadow here. Now what I'm gonna do is let's start with some kind of 10 that will work. So first will be, I'll be using the regular one, which is in the horizontal. And next will be like 0 pixels. And I will be using the 5 pixels for the spread and for the blur. For the spread, I do not want to use anything. And I will be calling the color something like a red. Okay. And do not want this darker red, but I want to go for the lighter version. And I want to copy the same here. And instead of semicolon, I will be using the comma, comma. And I will use another color. And I will be removing this guy so that the next one is somewhere in the green. And then this guy will be, why is it? Oh, okay. I think I pressed O instead of 0. That's the reason. And this I will be having the vertical one as 10 and the horizontal one as 0. And I will copy this guy again and comma, enter. So another one will be the negative 10x, and then this will be 0. By now you will have some kind of understanding what I'm doing here. This one now I will be using a 0, but here I will using the negative 10. Okay, so 10 0 0 10 negative 10 0 0 negative 10. And here I have red green. You can change it into blue, lighter blue version. And then if you want something in a orange somewhere, you can choose that one. And now when you go and then refresh, you are gonna see different color on different sides. So this is one of the another way. And if you want to have it in a variable form, you can do, I can show you that as well. Let's just have one more box where we will be using variables instead of the colors. We will set a variable some color names and then we will do based on that. Okay. And let's go to the top of the style and let's say we will have some variable declaration on the top, which will be like a colon, and we will say root, open and then close. Now I'm going to say my color one will be something red and my color 2 will be gray. And now my color 3 will be yellow. And now my color 4 will be some blue. Blue. Okay. And let's just make it in a lighter version so that it doesn't hurt your eyes much. So now we have all these colors declared already. So now what we are going to do is we will be adding them in our box 8. So let me just copy this box 7 and then add it here. And I'll be changing into 8. Instead of the color, what I'm going to say is I will be using the variable. And then I will say my variable first I have to use is color 1. Okay. And just copy this guy. And then instead of color, we are going to call it by its variable name. Control V, Control V. I'll be changing the name soon. So I will have the color 2 here. I will have the color 3 here. I will have the color 4 here. So I called all the variables here. So let's go and then do the refresh so that either you can make use of anything directly, or else if you want to use it based on the declaration, variable declaration, you can do that as well. So this is all how you can do different borders, and so many things are there other than these multicolors and all those things. Just try and then explore and find your way. Have a happy learning. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care.